Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello. I'm going to give it another couple of seconds. I'm going to turn the screen over. This is Chris Roebuck with Live My Life Debt Free. There it goes. Hello out there. Hello, everyone. Let's give it a few seconds for people to get on. I'm Chris Roebuck with Live My Life Debt Free. And for those of you who will replay this scope, I'm trying different times so I can really tell what's a good time for people to talk about their money. Not as if everyone really enjoys talking about this topic, but it is a very needed topic. Things that people really need to face. And not only that, there are some things about your finances that you really need to know. Some things that you really need to identify that has to do with your finances. And that's why this week I've been talking about your money type. Do you know what your money type is? So that's my question to you. You know your blood type, as I've mentioned this week in my blogs, but do you know your money type? As most of you may not know or probably haven't really thought about it, but money is one of the most talked about things in the Bible. So that kind of that's a clue. We really need to know or become the best student of our finances as we possibly can. We need to be the best student over allowing somebody else or the banks or financial institutions to be, the one that takes care of your finances for you in a sense. What I mean by that is that you need to know what's happening with your money. You need to know how to define how you actually feel about your money. So today I'm going to be talking about savers. Going to talk about savers and debtors. Now, savers is a money type. We talked about big spenders and we talked a little bit about shoppers yesterday. So today we're going to talk about savers and we're going to talk about debtors. Savers and debtors. Savers they actually turn a light switch off. They turn off the lights. They don't leave lights on throughout the house. They close the refrigerator, the door of the refrigerator, really quickly to keep the cold air in. They don't open the windows when it's warm outside if it's too hot so that they can keep the cool air in. I think you're kind of getting it, right? So savers are people that it's not a bad thing. It's a great thing and you should be proud of it if you are a saver. But I'm going to advise you not to become real legalistic about it. Don't become real legalistic about, saving everybody's kind of savers sometimes are pretty rigid. They're called cheapskates sometimes. For when there is a saver, I guarantee you a saver will have money when they need money. Most savers have emergency funds. Most savers have that money there when something happens, if they lose a job or they lose a loved one and they have to get on that plane in a spur of the moment kind of situation. So savers are people that it's okay to mimic in some senses. So savers. So debtors are the total opposite. Debtors are people that don't really pay attention to how they're spending their money. Debtors simply go deeply in debt, even more deeply in debt than they already are. They spend without, I would just say, not without a conscience, but they spend without really having any idea of where they spent their money. Have you ever left home with $40 and then by the end of the day you're wondering, why is it that I only have $15? Sometimes it's difficult, or not say difficult, but sometimes we just don't track our funds. We don't track our money. So it's really easy to fall in a place of, becoming a debtor or not being able to save enough as much as you need in to to fund your emergency funds, or just to build up that savings account. So there's I want to just say this about debtors as well. They don't really shop to entertain, and I want to make sure I get this right, or cheer themselves up. They don't shop to cheer themselves up. They just shop just to shop. you know, they just go shopping, and they just go, I call it go swiping. They go swiping. They don't really take advantage of those 401k plans that their employers offer either. They don't tend to, and I'm speaking of debtors, those of you who are actually tuning in and did not hear the beginning of the scope. But I'm Chris Roebuck, and I'm the founder and CEO of Live My Life Debt Free. And I love giving people sensible, tips that are just common sense tips on how to live a better life and how to manage your finances well. So I'm speaking about debtors right now. How I would even say, in some sense, that it's a reckless category to fall in. But it's 76% of Americans live that way. But however, it is something that can be reversed. It is a behavior that can be changed. So if you are a debtor where you are not really paying attention to where you're spending your money, how much you actually spend, I'm going to encourage you to reverse that behavior. And it's not going to happen overnight, but you can start working on it tomorrow. You can start working on it tonight with making a decision. Because if you make a decision to change, then you will actually invoke change to happen in your life. And I am probably one of the most unorthodox type of financial coaches, because I really believe deeply in working with the behaviors of an individual. Because if you work with the behaviors, you figure out, if you are able to determine why you spend your money the way you do, why you view it the way you do, why you behave or react to when you're balancing your checking account starts to get low, why you react to money as such as when somebody asks you to borrow some money. Why you behave the way you do, whatever your response is to that. But these are simple behaviors, that you can just put into motion. You can actually take hold of and change the way you view your money. So debtors and savers is what I was talking about today. You can view more about the various money types on my blog at www.livemylifedebtfree.com. I am on Facebook. You can like me at Live My Life Debt Free, and Instagram as well. So I just think that is really important. And as I mentioned before, whatever you do, find a balance. Don't become a saver only and not enjoy life. Have some fun. This life is really short. So have some fun. At the same time, save money. And I mentioned today, don't live beneath your privileges, but live within your means. Let me say that again. Don't live beneath your privileges, because you're supposed to enjoy this life. However, live within your means. Avoid becoming only living the lifestyle of a debtor. Spending money, not really being conscious of what you're spending it on, never having enough money to do the things that you need to do in life and to take care of your families and such. So anyway, that is all that I have today. I will be talking about investors tomorrow. So make sure that you tune in with me, and we will talk about the final money type of the week, which will be an investor. Are you an investor? Or are you a shopper, a debtor? Are you a big spender, which is the Joneses, according to Investopedia? So find out with your money. Do that at www.livemylifedebtfree.com. I am Chris Roebuck. I'm a financial coach, and I love helping you to become the best manager of your finances. Thank you for joining my scope. Have a great day.